1, 2, 3. Greetings and salutations.
The universe is just doomed.
Tension breaker had to be done.
Hello.
Hello, and yeah, me too. Ah!
Tension breaker had to be done.
Had to be.
We are here. It is me, Nicole.
And it's me, Tessa.
And Kim is here as Kim, our
Kim's
hot girlfriend
here.
who's going to
Kim's
go to
here.
Hawaii without us.
Yes. Missy, or no, yeah, Kim.
Yeah, Kim was her name, yeah.
She's going to go. She's going to leave without us.
We are talking about summer school.
And it's summertime.
It's already, it's getting warm, man.
It's getting
warm, man.
It's getting hot in here.
We're not going to take off all our clothes.
No, we talked about that earlier because it was hotter. Then we decided it would be worse.
Yeah, I was like, then I don't have anything to wick the underboob sweat away.
No,
then I'm
nothing
just
to
fucking
wick it away.
Sweaty and fucking
Yep.
like a seal just sitting here all
Slapping.
just fucking what do I do? I can't touch anything. Like slide off my chair.
Floop.
So I don't know how hot it is yet where
It's like
you
when
are.
an orca comes out of the pool.
Oh my God. But before we get into summer school,
Yeah.
we have, so you guys hear us talk about our Patreon. We got different tiers. At our highest tier, which is
Yes.
$10 a month, one of your perks is you get to give us a custom shout out that we'll read on the show. And here is one from new patron John DeGregorio. Hey, Nicole and Tessa, I just want to say congratulations on making it past 100 episodes. It's not an easy thing to do. I love y'all's podcast. I knew when I first listened to y'all's Monster Squad episode that I would be coming back for more movie reviews from your podcast. You managed to hit the nostalgia of my childhood while also giving both of your thoughts on the movies and keeping it authentic and entertaining to listen to. Every weekend when you release an episode, I have to stop what I'm doing and listen to y'all's show. My favorite episode that you guys did was the Edward Scissorhands episode. Us too. I loved roasting Edward Scissorhands. You guys inspire me to keep doing what I'm doing as a podcaster and movie reviewer. Thank you so much for the love and support that you show my podcast as well. Keep up the awesome work, and I'm proud to be a doomer. On behalf of the Movie Lovers Unite podcast, keep on doing what you're doing. Best regards, Movie Lovers Unite podcast, which we will be appearing later this year on their show to do Serial Mom. Ooh, so give them a listen. So if you want one of them, and John will be in the movie edits for summer school.
Yes.
And so once you've been a patron for 3 months, you get to choose whatever movie you want us to edit you into, and you get to make us say whatever you want us to. And luckily, so far, everybody's been very kind about that.
Reason.
Yes. Everybody's been very nice about
Within reason.
their promo shout outs.
Yes.
And so summer school. Tessa, did you ever have to go to summer school?
Yes. I did have to go
Did
to
you?
summer school
Just
a couple
once?
times.
Oh, a
Nope.
couple times?
Nope. And you know what? It was kind of a lot of dick around.
Yeah.
It was kind of a lot of dick around. I mean, like, we had to do the things, but it wasn't like this.
No.
We didn't get to go karts. We didn't get to go to Knott's Berry Farm.
I never did summer school. My theory was always, I don't want to be here, so I'm going to get it done during the year, so I don't have to be here in the summer.
I didn't want to be there, and then I didn't want to be there. But in summer school, I got to be there with all my delinquent friends.
Yeah, I was a nerd. None of my friends were in summer school. I was a band nerd. And then because of band, I already had to be on campus a month early for band camp.
You got to go to band camp.
Band camp started early.
One time at band camp, did you ever do anything weird with your drums?
No, never did anything weird with my drums or my drumsticks. But
Not even one time.
I definitely snuck out to the dugout in the middle of the night with my boyfriend.
She's gonna be somebody's baby.
Yep. Oh my God. At least he wasn't like some older, strange dude. He was my boyfriend, but he was also in band. He was only like a year older. Not like that. He wasn't in his 20s.
Not like that. Not like that.
But yeah, no, I had one Saturday school in all of my high school career, but never had to do summer school.
I don't think I ever had to do Saturday school.
That was for ditching with the very same dugout boy.
Oh.
that
Dugout boy.
that I was allowed to ditch school. My parents went to like Laughlin or something.
Oh, they weren't
and they
even
left me
here.
with a babysitter, but even though I was like 15, because they were going to be gone overnight.
The babysitter was like 20.
Probably 25. And they were like, yeah, like, I don't care if you go to school. It was like it was like a Friday. She's like, I'm going to stay home. But then my boyfriend ditched, came to my house. His dad randomly showed up at the school because his dad was involved in the band stuff, looking for him, and he wasn't there.
Uh-oh.
And then they came to my house, and the babysitter lied and said he's not here.
Oh.
So then he was like missing.
Oh, no.
And then my mom was like, you know what? I'm not going to write you a note. You get to do Saturday school for ditching because you lied. Like, if you would have told his dad where he was and this was resolved, then I would have let it slide.
Well,
but you had to make it dramatic.
You had to make it dramatic.
I was 15. That's what you do.
Just had to go to summer school because my grades weren't good. Like I told you, I didn't know I was graduating until the rehearsal for graduation. Oh. I was not a very good student. I'm not dumb. Student. I just wasn't a very good student.
I was a butt kisser. I was a teacher's pet.
I was a habitual line stepper.
But I got away with a lot of stuff because of that, where it was like I got to ditch or do whatever because the teacher was like, oh, I know you're smart, yo.
I know.
You get it done later. I'm like, can I get an extension? Another one? Another one? Another one?
Another one. Another one.
I'm so lazy. All right, let's get into this movie. The cast.
Mark Harmon
as Freddy Shoop. Shoop that. Shoop that. Kirstie Alley as Robin Bishop.
The late.
Yeah, that's
Kirstie
right.
Alley.
I forgot she died.
I forgot she died.
I totally did.
Yeah.
Usually I think people are dead that are still alive. And
no,
this time,
she is actually dead.
Totally forgot. She's with Xenu now. She was a Scientologist.
Everybody knows that.
Not everybody. You'd be surprised.
She's a Scientologist.
And then what's weird is, so her name was Robin Bishop, her character name.
Yeah.
And then the guy who plays Vice Principal Phil Gills, his real name is Robin Thomas.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That's
so that had to be weird for him. Every time someone said Robin, he's like, what?
Yeah. Huh? Phil Gills.
Patrick
Labyorteaux.
Labyorteaux. A.K.A. Ram from Heathers as Kevin Winchester.
Yes.
Courtney Thorne-Smith.
Who now gets top billing or third billing because
Melrose Place
career took off.
And she's Pam House.
Pam House.
These last names.
Pam House.
That's what it said. Dean Cameron is Francis Chainsaw Gramp. Gramp. What a fucking last name.
Bring out the Gramp.
Gary Riley as Dave Frazier. Kelly Jo Minter as Denise Green. Ken Olandt as Larry Kazamius.
Okay.
I don't even know why I put their last names. It doesn't
know.
come up. Shawnee Smith as Rhonda Altobello. Which was weird because it was an Italian girl, but her last name wasn't Altobello. Richard Steven Horvitz as Alan Ekian. And Fabiana Eudenio. As Anna Maria.
It's a lot of vagina. Really, that's her, isn't it?
That's her character, basically.
Well, no,
is that the same actress?
The same actress,
oh, maybe.
I think it's her. That sounds right.
Does
she got a lot of vagina? Will you look that up?
Find out if Fabiana Eudenio.
Udenio.
Udenio. Okay. So it turns out that I watched this movie a billion times. This is me, Nicole. And Tessa.
I'm sure I have.
But she did not find it as familiar upon rewatch.
I did not find it as familiar. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
But yeah, this was one of those ones where I feel like every summer
it was
or just
on
all
TV
the time
a lot.
it came
I feel
on.
like it was. I just must not have been paying attention.
And I just always watched it, mostly for Chainsaw and Dave.
Yeah.
And it very
because that was familiar to me. Like there was a couple of things I was like, oh, okay, yeah. But it's like the Sinbad movie. Like I'm not sure.
Was that real?
If it actually happened?
No, I didn't see the
movie.
movie.
Is it a real memory or is it an imprint?
I'm telling you, I still have a real memory of the preview for Shazam.
Yeah.
Not the movie. I don't remember ever seeing the movie Shazam, but I remember seeing like a trailer on a VHS for another movie.
Because I feel like that happened a couple times where there was like movies that were ended up being called different things. And I saw it like as a trailer on a VHS rental, and it was called something else.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
80s were a wild
I don't know
time.
where there's
It's a
several
wild time.
time splits, and apparently this one got left in the last one for me.
And this one opens up on a sea of French cut.
French cut. That's my first note.
Yep. Open up them French cuts.
French cut.
And it is Oceanfront High School, which
Right.
is you said the same school from
Nightmare on Elm Street 2 again, back to back, and also The Karate Kid.
Oh, okay. And it's the last day, which you find out because they're signing yearbooks.
Right.
And you can
they're
just
cleaning
tell.
out their lockers, and the way that I wrote locker looks like cocker. That's funny. They're doing the book turn in.
Yes.
And
That one girl, Denise's book is like unfucking.
yeah, it's
the
like not
spine has
even-
never been broken.
never been open, and she's from
She's from something else. God damn it. We stopped writing down what else we knew them from, and I really should start again.
Kelly Jo Minter.
Yes, Kelly Jo Minter.
Is she from a Friday the 13th or a Nightmare on Elm Street or
I
something?
feel like she did a horror thing. But am I
Yeah.
just thinking that because of the horror part in this? Nightmare,
Nightmare
on Elm Street.
Okay.
And-
Oh, she was in Dream Child.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And the kids, so as we go through the school, the kids are getting their little pink slips that say, like, they don't say right away that you have to go to summer school, but it's like
No,
you need
they're
to be
getting, like,
seen in the
ticketed.
principal's office or
Yeah.
whatever. Which on the last fucking day of school, she was
What?
who?
In Lost Boys, Maria.
Maria in Lost Boys. Who's Maria?
I don't know.
Wow, I'm gonna have to watch Lost Boys again and try to spot Kelly Jo
The
Minter.
remake?
Oh, the remake. Oh,
The
no,
original?
Well, fuck. Did she?
Trying to find a picture.
I never
that-
remember any other
No,
girl
I
except for
don't.
Star.
She was a clerk in the video.
Oh, clerk in
Oh.
the video store. Okay,
All right.
that's all right. I think I remember that.
I don't know if that's what you would remember her from.
No, that wouldn't be. I would be from Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what I remember her from.
And we meet Mr. Shoop, the gym teacher, who brings his dog Wondermutt to work with him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe only on the last day of school, but he lives alone. I'm sure he brings that dog with him.
We also see the other teacher doing the scratchers.
Carl Reiner.
Carl
Yeah.
Reiner, Mr. Deerdoin.
Doing his lottery scratch
Like, how much did he pay for all of like that roll of scratcher tickets?
I didn't even see how many he had.
Like
Was it
he
a
won
bunch?
$50,000, which in 1987 Munties.
And that's what sets this story off. So
Right.
it's the last day of school. Carl Reiner's character is supposed to be the summer school teacher, but he's at
Yes.
his desk furiously scratching lottery tickets. Like, please
doing
no,
scratcher
please no.
after scratcher after scratcher.
He finally gets 50K and he fucking quits.
Yeah, he's
Like,
like,
I don't
I'm
give a shit.
out of here. Like they're like, you're gonna leave. You're gonna give up
He's
the
like, yeah,
noble profession.
hell yeah.
Yes, I am.
At least for the fucking summer while I go blow some of this dough.
Well, that and I'm like old.
right? He was already an older dude.
$50,000
Yeah.
will do it.
In 1987,
That'll
it sure
do
would.
her.
That'll start your retirement off.
Yeah.
And then all the teachers are leaving, and the vice principal's running out trying to stop them as they go. Like, you got
And
to teach summer
everybody's
school.
bailing. And,
And
here's
why
Missy's-
is Shoop? Yeah, so Missy, the stepmom
Yeah,
from Bill and
Kim.
Ted, is Kim, Shoop's girlfriend.
his 21-year-old girlfriend.
But like, I don't understand this luggage situation that they're happening
No,
because they're in the
that they're
school
happening.
parking lot that they're having. They're in the school parking lot. Did she bring all that luggage in
And
another
they're-
car?
What are they going to do with the dog?
And a surfboard
What are they
and a
gonna do
dog.
with the dog?
The dog. Are they taking the dog to
Are
Hawaii?
they taking the dog?
And then he hides behind a bush. Like, he leaves his girlfriend. He's like, I'll take a cab. Because he sees the
Right.
vice principal coming. Like,
He's
fuck,
like, oh,
fuck,
shit.
fuck.
I'll get out of here.
And of course, the dog blows it because he took Wondermutt's little toy with him, Bob. And so Wondermutt's barking at him and
Yeah.
blows it. So now he's got to teach summer school. And Kim's like, bye.
Bye.
I'll be in Hawaii.
I got friends. I'm going to Hawaii. You have fun.
He's like, I ain't no English teacher. See?
Right. I'm not even a teacher.
I'm not even a real
double
teacher.
negative.
He goes, that's okay. These aren't real students.
Right. They're like loser kids. They're all here for remedial English. Like, and you're up for tenure. So
If you don't want to lose your job,
you need my recommendation.
you're going to teach summer school.
You're gonna have to.
So he gives Shoop the keys to the classroom and the files on all these students
Right.
and tells him to show him who's in charge right off the bat. And he's like, who is in charge?
Yeah. Like, oh, me?
He's like, I'm the guy who wears Hawaiian shirts and a visor and brings my dog to work. Really?
Yeah. Does this look like a responsible? Well,
Am I in charge?
the other guy doesn't want to do it either because that's why he's
Bales.
Phil Gill. Phil Gill.
Phil Gills. And Shoop writes his name on the chalkboard with like a stick figure man. Like,
Right. Like,
the O's or the I's or whatever for the little man.
oh.
And Kirstie Alley, Robin comes in, and at first she's like,
Oh, hi.
kind of
cute,
cool. Hi.
Cute.
Nice to meet you. And this is where I have the note that, so Chainsaw and Dave come in, they're stoked. They know him, and they're like, yes, the summer is going to be fucking
Right.
awesome.
Yeah.
And then they sing, my girl wants
Yeah.
to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Which I guess was supposed to be on the soundtrack.
This is, I could be like,
Yes, be holding your
I could
cans
be like
while
Rick
you're...
James right now. Like, gonna hold the. Yeah. Eddie.
Yes.
Do it to him, Eddie.
And so it was that song and James Brown's Papa's Got a Brand New Bag
Yeah.
were both supposed to be on the soundtrack, but weren't. And so they reference Party All the Time here. And then later on the chalkboard, it's never mentioned, but the lyrics to Papa's Got a Brand New Bag
Yeah.
are written like it's some sort of school assignment.
Yeah.
So they must have known before
Or they-
filming that it, or that was
was-
just the scene that
it
went
was
with that
part of the-
music.
Yeah.
And then
probably.
the music didn't happen. And so the teacher next door, Robin, teaches honor students
Yes,
who
she's
are
like,
there
"Here-"
voluntarily.
Right. So she's got it easy. She's got it easy.
And she gives him the green light to make his move even.
Right?
She's like, I'm not
Like
seeing
his
someone
girlfriend is
super
like
long."
barely landing
Right?
in Hawaii right now.
And
He's
so
in love again. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is when he sees like, after that, the chainsaw,
And
as in
sing
Black
Party
and
All the
Decker.
Time.
No, as in Texas
Chainsaw Massacre. And don't call me Francis.
Right.
Yeah. And Pam is staring out the window at the beach. Jerome says the computer made an error. The big old dude who's like fucking
he's like,
twice
"The
as big
computer
as
made
Mark
an
Harmon.
error." Mark Harmon.
Mark Harmon.
Rhonda was busy being pregnant.
Right. Rhonda's pregnant. Alan Ekian is just the dumbest of all of his genius siblings. Denise says her file's a lie. Like you get.
What else is in there?
Yeah. You only hear from the kids who will wind up in the cast. But in this first scene, there are way more kids that are not in the movie.
It seems like it.
And then there's the kid who disappears. You never meet him. And he shows up again later in the SFX scene where they do the big horror thing in the class.
Oh, weird.
I'll talk about that later. So the kid who has like a leather hat on and he has kind of long hair, blonde
Okay.
kid, he's in this scene and then he disappears with the rest of the kids.
Weird.
And then he's the one operating the hand
Oh,
later.
yeah.
He just pops up and is part of the class again
That's
after like 5
right.
weeks.
Those were impressive. I should have found out who did it. Who did it?
Well, we were not there yet, so you don't have to tell
Well,
us
that's
yet.
true.
But have on deck Kim, who did the special effects for this movie.
Right.
So then he like
He's like, "Where's my car keys?" That's why.
yeah, like right
Denise
away
is
his
like,
car keys are missing.
Why do you think I took them? Does that file say I'm a thief? And then Chainsaw's like, "They're somewhere in the room."
So he makes him do hot and cold. And he's fucking with him right off the bat. Which, like, if you think this is a cool teacher and you like him, why are you fucking hazing him right off
I
the bat?
know. Like, you think this could be easy, but no, you're gonna make it fucking difficult.
Yeah, like, do you want him to be a dick? Because maybe don't.
This is
steal
how
his
you
car
get
keys.
He already has blown his fucking Hawaii vacation to
I
be
know. Fuck. He should have started off
He
class
wants to
with
go
that
to
story.
North Shore and go fucking surfing.
He should have brought that picture of Kim and been like, "Look, this is where I'm supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be with." But no,
She
stuck
left
with you
him
fools.
for Ted's dad.
Oh, totally. She met Ted's
met him
dad
in
in
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Fuck, totally intertwined. And so they're like all cursing. Oh, we can cuss in this class. And then Robin
Right.
comes in like, "Excuse me, I can
we're
fucking
trying
hear
to
you.
Trying to learn.
Could you practice obscene gestures for a while?"
They're like,
instead?" And they do.
"Oh,
Yeah. And that's when Jerome leaves to use the lavatory.
Right.
And you don't see him again until the final.
Right. He takes the hall pass.
Yep. And he's gone for the
It's like,
rest
this
of the
is
movie.
worse than a gas station.
And so then everyone, so when he goes to the bathroom,
Kevin takes
everyone just
off
starts
and
leaving.
like several others do, and now the roll sheet is missing. It's somewhere in the room.
Ugh, fucking chainsaw.
Fucking chainsaw.
And he goes to apologize. Shoop goes to apologize to Robin. Is like, "Look, I'm a fucking gym teacher.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't-
this is not my."
This isn't my gig. This isn't my bag.
She's like, "Well, you're semi-charming and a sharp dresser, but you're not the kind of guy I date anymore." You don't wear socks.
Right.
She said something about he doesn't wear socks.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I think I have a pair.
Somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. And then we find out that Phil Gills.
Yes, because he asks her out.
Right, like, what kind of man are you looking for?
And then here comes fucking Phil Gills.
Phil Gills. He's like, huh, you're a heterosexual?
Damn good one. So then you see kind of like the stuff you need to know about the
Chainsaw
kids.
and Dave, they work in a photo mat.
Yeah, Denise is still taking driving lessons and she sucks.
She sucks.
Rhonda signs up for Lamaze. She has no coach.
Right.
Pam
She
just wants to
like,
surf.
she's like, well, who's the father? She's like, oh, that's tricky. It's either David Lee Roth and he's on tour, or Sean Penn, and I'd hate to upset Madonna.
Oh, nice.
I'd also hate to upset Sean Penn.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to upset Sean Penn.
You certainly don't want to upset Sean Penn.
And Pam tries to get out of class right away, saying she has a female thing.
Right. And she's like,
Chainsaw's like, she's going fucking surfing.
She's going surfing. He's like, well,
She goes, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
And then Gills brings in this beautiful Italian exchange student who's there just to brush up on her English skills before school start.
Yeah.
She
Because
just showed up.
why not? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's a summertime foreign exchange student.
And Chainsaw and Dave, of course, immediately
Oh.
they kick Ekian out of his seat like, you may sit between us.
You could sit anywhere, right here.
Right here.
And they're very into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, yes. That's their whole... You only get a glimpse of it later, and it's kind of a waste when you see Chainsaw's bedroom.
I know.
And he has all this
Like,
fucking
all
rad
that stuff, like, wide
masks
shot.
and stuff. Yeah, give me the
Wide
whole
shot.
room. Damn.
But the security cop guy or whoever shows up with a bunch of kids. He found them out of Winchell's.
Yes. Well, because they head to the library and half the
Right.
class splits off and
Yeah,
disappears, and only like 4 kids end up in the library, and the security finds them at the Winchells.
Right. And he also found Pam in the parking lot in her wetsuit.
How embarrassing.
How embarrassing. She had to go to the library with no shoes on.
And Shoop uses his surf language and tells her she had to go for the ditch. She
Yep.
gets it.
I get it, man.
And then Rhonda suggests they all take some field trips.
Right. He's like, we're trapped like rats. Like, if you have any ideas. So we're like, field trips,
It's
right?
a good thing Chainsaw has 50 fucking permission slips in his
It's
backpack.
like, yeah, we'll take them home, get them signed, and they're just
They
already
just
signed.
forge
He's
their
like, oh,
parents'
that's
signatures
pretty good.
immediately. All right. And he accepts it.
Of course, because they're going to go to the go-karts.
They go
and
to an amusement park.
Knott's Berry Farm.
Is that where it was? Knott's Berry Farm?
Well, yeah, because in the background, you can see the parachute ride.
Oh,
And I very much remember the parachute ride. Parachute ride traumatized me.
Really?
Well, because my uncle, who took me on the parachute ride, told me that we were going to get in a slow one. Because I saw that
no
shit happening,
slow
and I
one.
told him I didn't want to go. He's like, oh, no, it's okay. I'm going to get in a slow one. So I got on, because why would he lie to me? But he did. And now I'm traumatized.
What a
and I'm
dick.
glad they didn't tear it down.
No.
It's still there, but now it's not. It's a rotating something at the top. And I don't think that roller coaster's there either no more.
The one they ride right here.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
And so they keep up the theme that Denise cannot drive, not even go-karts.
No,
she's like plowing through the fucking middle of the thing.
Denise.
Chainsaw and Dave give the roller coaster their review, and it gets over the top because it made Ekian puke. So
Well, yeah, of course.
2 thumbs up.
He's puking. They go to the petting zoo.
And this weird moment where Kevin and Rhonda make eyes over the nursing cow. Did
Yeah.
you notice that?
That
It's
was
like a
weird.
mama cow feeding the baby cow, and because Rhonda's
He's got
pregnant,
like a
Kevin
pregnancy fetish.
yeah, he like gives her a little
Ram just like,
He flashes his little eyelashes at her like,
ooh, I'm into it.
mommy
Just so
stuff.
you know.
Mommy milkers. He would be one of those guys.
Oh, that took a turn. He would. He looks like he'd be into that.
And Shoop gets his Rolling Stones shirt eaten by a goat, but Pam can fix it.
I know, but you can't really.
I don't know how you fix a eaten shirt. She have to
Yeah,
add
it was
fabric
not
to
on
it.
by a fucking goat.
I don't
Like
know how
she's
she fixed
just
that.
like, it's weird. Every interaction they have is like weird and not necessarily inappropriate, but
I feel like she really
yeah,
is making
she's really
because he's just being he's just chilling.
teacher, the subject.
Yes, schoolgirl fantasy. She's trying to live that fucking Sting
He's
life.
like, don't stand so close to me.
Exactly. He's like,
You and the goat need to back the fuck up.
And then Chainsaw and Dave erupt from the bunny hut,
It is the rabbit of Catamong!
and they have these cute little white bunnies attached to their faces, eating them.
Oh, I love
and they
a killer rabbit.
rip them off with all their skin on their cheeks.
It's
and
good.
Anna Maria's like,
Oh my God.
she's like, it's disgusting.
I love it.
And they did it for her. They did it in her honor.
Yep.
And they tell Shoop the next field trip,
We got to go to the beach.
we got to see Anna Maria in a bikini.
And we see the Italian cut.
I have the same exact fucking note. I was like, and this time, this ain't no French cut. This is an Italian cut.
cut.
It was like a diaper.
I know.
It was like a
It was like the
high-cut
thing I
diaper.
sent you. Did you get that thing? I sent you.
And she starts to take her top off, and Denise is like,
Like,
no,
no
girl,
way.
this ain't the Riviera. Chainsaw and Dave are just like, oh, like,
Rude.
fuck.
Rude.
Larry's sleeping in the sand.
Yes, because he's sleeping all the time. We forgot to mention
that's
Larry,
a
I feel
theme
like,
that
earlier.
Larry is sleeping all of the time.
He's nocturnal.
And anywhere they go, at the amusement park, he was asleep on a table or something.
Yeah, he doesn't even wake up for nuts.
Nope.
Nope. Not even for the boysenberries. Not even for the chicken.
That's so good. I know it. The boysenberry butter.
Boysenberries.
So the next day, Alan Ekian's grandma comes to the vice principal because she found
She's going to fucking blow it. He
the little
was
receipt
nauseous
or whatever.
and had several goat hairs and whatnots on his
He
clothing.
said he went to the museum, but I found this ticket.
You could just look at it.
And so he goes to talk to Shoop, and Shoop's like, yeah, maybe I used poor judgment.
It's like, nope.
And so he threatens to suspend him, and he's like, look, I'll become a model teacher.
Right. What if I become a model teacher? And he's like,
He's like,
I
yeah,
can't
you get
imagine.
every kid in that class to pass the skills test, then sure, you can keep your job.
right.
They all have to pass?
All of them.
Yeah, teach. So he shows up in a suit, which he owns a suit. Is that for court?
It must be.
That's his court suit.
That's his court suit. But yeah, he shows up and he's like being all like,
And that mafia briefcase.
I know. He should have had a handcuff to him. That
They
would
all
be-
whistle.
I know.
Where are you going?
Like, you don't need to know about this. Shh, shh, shh. This is a secret.
And he tells them, please take a seat. And they pick up their desks. Where should we take them? Sit down, Francis.
Ooh,
serious.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Because I'm Francis.
Dave stops him.
Come on,
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
And then Shoop calls him back, like, come on, like, Gills having a cow about the field
Right,
trips.
like I have to do this or else.
I'm going to get fired. And he's like, what's in it for us? Literacy?
Yeah. Sorry.
Like, no, we want wishes.
Right, like
You
we
shall
should get
grant us
something.
each a wish in order for
we
us
can
to study.
negotiate.
That
like this-
voice.
Oh,
Ekian's voice. Oh my God. I hope that's
Iki.
not that guy's real voice. I think he was ever. I never saw him in anything else. I don't think.
and I never saw him again.
He's gone.
He had to have been in other things.
I'm sure. And so they give out their wishes. So
Right, like-
Ekian, he sets up this deal.
They want to have a party.
Kevin
at
needs
his
someone
house.
to practice with. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kevin wants someone to practice with.
Rhonda needs a Lamaze coach.
Denise wants driving lessons.
Chainsaw and Dave want to show Texas Chainsaw Massacre in class. Have a party at his house.
On the 4th of July weekend.
And then Anna Maria doesn't want her wish.
Well, this is all in honor of Anna Maria.
And so they also want Shoop to chauffeur them around town.
Right. We need a driver.
And Pam will tell Shoop when the time is right. Inappropriate, Pam.
I know, Pamela. Pamala.
It's because she don't have no parents.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what her situation is.
She's
Does she live with a brother.
lackadaisical. I don't know what that situation. Well, his brother, her brother is way too busy impregnating her sister
Over and over and over
so
again.
many. It's a litter of children. A litter.
And all Larry wants is a bed. He gets a cot. They get him a cot.
Right. They're like, he wants a bed.
And Ekian just wants to be
I just
invited
wanna
to
be
the
invited to a
party. And they go, we'll see. Good enough.
Good enough.
So he makes the deal, and they tell him, go ahead, teach. And he's just like,
okay.
Fuck. And he runs over to Robin's class like, something really weird's going on in my class.
Right. Like, she's all...
What'd she say? If they're... Oh, if something... She says something.
I know.
He says
like
something bizarre happened to the kids. And she's like, if they're... I can't remember what she
I
said. I
can't
didn't
either.
write it down.
I didn't write it down. Fuck.
But so she walks in, and they're all sitting very quietly, hands folded.
She's like, oh.
She goes, what'd you do? Pass out Valiums?
Yeah.
He goes, how do you teach? Yeah. She's like, all right, if you're serious, I'll help you.
Right. And I'll meet up with you or whatever. Like, meet up with me after school, and we'll get together on the weekend or some shit.
And she meets him at his little beach house, and they have this
Beach
table
house.
of fucking chocodiles, the can Hawaiian punch you had to pop
Yes.
open with the thing, Pop-Tarts.
Good.
And
It's
she's
brain
helping
food.
him, and he's like, you're helping me because you like me. I do not.
Right.
Do you?
Did you not? Did you?
She's like, I like you this much, this tiny much. It's a start.
He's
So
on his way.
before we get into the real teaching,
Yes.
it's a good time for a break.
Let's do it.
We'll be right back.
Nicole,
Tessa,
guess what?
what?
The Anchor ad is gone.
I forgot to tell you something.
Well, you're always forgetting stuff.
Anchor turned into Spotify for podcasters.
Oh, what? So
Yeah.
they changed it.
Yeah, but all they changed was the name.
Oh, thank goodness.
You can still create, edit, and distribute your podcast from the phone or the computer.
Wait a minute, though. Is this still free?
It is still free.
Ah,
And
yes.
you can make money on Spotify for
What?
podcasters.
No way. They're actually going to pay you for this?
They'll give you an ad. You can get subscriptions to your podcast.
Other
Oh.
people will pay you too?
Can you believe that we get paid to do this?
That's silly.
And if you want to see how easy it is and make some money on the side, go to spotify.com/podcasters.
You should do it. We're doing it. You do it. Everyone should do it.
Tell them Doom Generation sent you.
Yes.
We are back with facts.
Facts and information.
We actually did, well, Kim
We
did
went
some
to
research.
summer school.
So Alan Ekian, who we were just saying, that
yeah,
poor
like,
kid, that
oh,
voice,
That voice. Duh.
it's Invader Zim.
Invader Zim.
Derp.
Go.
And the special effects,
Rick Baker.
Rick Baker, come on.
Come on.
And the famous comedian that Tessa referenced
Yeah.
earlier that Carl Reiner originally wrote this movie for, Kim found was
Joan Rivers.
fucking, you
Joan
guys.
Rivers.
Sit and watch this movie and imagine Mark Harmon
And
as
Joan-
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. Can we talk?
You kids. You kids. Oh, I can't.
I'm here to teach remedial English.
I cannot imagine.
I don't know if that's quite it, but
I
whatever.
know it's been a long time since I've heard Joan Rivers. Oh yeah, he went a
Yeah,
different
it would've
direction,
been a-
so it would have been a
that
different
would have
movie.
been a completely different movie.
So weird.
So weird.
So anyway, now Shoop's down to business.
Yep, he's fulfilling his obligations.
He's going to teach them about why writing is important by showing them how they can get free stuff. This is how you motivate teenagers.
Right.
So he teaches them to write a complaint letter to a company.
Is this before or after the party?
This is before.
Okay.
So they write their letters. It's not like a big deal, but they
Right,
write their
right.
letters off. But Denise asks Ekian, can you look at my letter? And he does, and he looks concerned.
He's like, ooh.
Yeah. And so you see the montage of him fulfilling all the favors.
Right. He's
Helping with Kevin with
he's
football
gonna
practice.
well, he's driving Chainsaw and Dave around, but he's got Denise in there. He's going to
Yes.
teach her how to drive.
And they're like, no.
Right. Like we took
No.
driver's ed with her. And I like how they lock the doors but don't put on seatbelts.
I didn't even notice that they didn't put on
I mean,
their
I didn't
seatbelts.
see any. I mean, who knows? There's probably lap belts. It's like a land yacht.
And Chainsaw offers to drive. He's like, I'm about to get my license. And he's like, you're drunk.
You've been
drinking.
drinking. Like, there's no way you're driving my car. Like, he'll let Denise drive.
And this is the first time I ever heard anybody say the argument, you know why so many drunk drivers get in wrecks? They don't learn to drive drunk.
Right?
And he tells them, you lose one more brain cell, you're a talking monkey. Because Chainsaw's already, he's a little wacky.
He's a little
wacky.
A little bit.
So they get back in the car and she attempts to drive.
Right. She tries. She pulls over. There was a car
Every time a
coming.
car is coming, oh my God, my mother-in-law, not that bad, but she would veer off to the edge every time a car was coming on like a residential street where she almost was like, I'm like, you don't have to park every time a car is coming, Denise.
Well, some of them though. Some of them though.
Some of them, no.
Some of them, they're narrow streets.
True.
Around here, you got to pull over, but not in that instance. That was unnecessary.
And I've never seen anybody parallel park worse.
Oh my gosh.
There was no attempt at the parallel parking.
Like I said, it's like a land yacht. Like you're gonna have her parallel park your car,
and she just backs it up over the curb through somebody's fucking fence.
Up at least.
That's my weak spot. And he's like, "That's good for today."
The worst thing about parallel parking is the witnesses.
For her, for sure.
For everybody.
And now it's party time at Shoop's house.
Yes, it's the 4th of July weekend party.
And he's letting teenagers drink and smoke. Did he buy alcohol for these teenagers? He has to have, right?
I hope not. I should hope not. I mean, like, I don't know. Who knows? It's the 80s.
And Dave and Chainsaw make an homage to Anna Maria with their cantaloupe bombs for her titties.
Bop, bop.
Cantaloupe rains down.
Yes, and we have another grunion run.
Yes, and I swear to God, the verbiage of the way she said it was so close to the way they said it in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead that I was like, did they take it from this? It was so similar.
There's only one way to discuss a grunion run because I feel like
it's got to be sexy for some reason. Fucking
like
always has to be. It was always like a romantic thing, but
like
it was just a way to get a girl to the beach at night.
To have fish fuck all over your feet.
Ugh.
Bleh.
It's romantic because they go thousands of miles to what did she say?
I don't fucking know.
Bone
I didn't listen to her in Melrose Place.
Ball their brains out in the sand is the way she put it. Super romantic, yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing. Remember, I was telling you where there was the thing I read about the Hawaiian shirt was the same.
Oh yeah,
as the Hawaiian shirt in From Here to Eternity.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I wonder why. And then it's because of the end scene. But yeah, balling your brains out in the sand is From Here to Eternity.
Same thing.
They like also do that. That's weird.
So romantic.
Did not make the connection.
She's like, you ever do that with one of your students? He goes, no. If I swim hundreds of miles, I'm ready for a nap. Sir, you should not have been referencing the fucking part
down. Like you should have.
She meant going to see the grunion run, not did you fuck your student after you swam for hundreds of miles, or maybe she did. I don't know. Kim's frisky.
Maybe been hinting at it. I don't know. She wants to be his bride.
She sits on the bed by him.
I know.
So you're all alone and you like young girls because she sees that picture of Kim. Kim's 21. Well, I'm 16.
And yeah, when she's 66, I'll only be 61.
And he says, and I'll be 75, which means
he's
that
14 years older than she is.
And like 9 years older than Kim.
I keep wanting to say Missy.
Well,
she likes older men. We know.
Mm-hmm.
We know this.
That was her first step. And then she went to Hawaii and met an even older man. I was like, yes. This is what I'm talking about.
Harmon to...
She's like, Mark Harmon was not settled yet. He was still living in that one bedroom beach house, letting his dog get on and everything. Like, no.
Letting his dog get on everything.
I need to find a dad. And she was like,
Papa. A daddy.
Responsible job.
Daddy.
A bald daddy. That's what she found.
See?
But then didn't she leave him for
the other daddy?
The other daddy, who wasn't a bald guy?
Well,
she changed
he had
her mind.
A mustache, though, didn't he?
Yes, or a beard also. Something like that. So he's like, all right, we're getting out of the bedroom. This is getting awkward.
Yeah, like this might go too far if we stay in here too long.
And Dave lights this huge firework and throws it, and Wonder Mutt's like, fetch.
Yep, he brings it right back and lays it on the couch.
Fire!
Oh no! And like he pours the fish tank.
So Shoop had already gotten the fire extinguisher, and this thing was almost out when Dave and Chainsaw pour his entire aquarium onto the couch.
But there was only one fish, but they murdered it.
And they're like, your couch is a fire hazard.
Party's over.
Good night. And they really tried to argue like, come on.
No.
You just fucking burned my couch
down.
I
shouldn't be doing this. Doing this is a crime.
It's already bad.
Hosting this is a crime. I am contributing to the delinquency of minors.
Which he continues to do in the next scene, which he
Right.
didn't really, but took the rap for.
Right.
So Chainsaw and Dave have once again acquired alcohol at 10 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Sitting on the beach,
They're
drinking in their orange juice.
Screwdrivers.
They got their gin and juice.
Rolling down the street.
Smoking indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back. My mind on my money and my money on my mind. So now I'm going to keep saying like Snoop or something instead, even though that's not, just like Shoop.
Snoopid.
We got all the hip hop going on, and there's hardly any hip hop in this movie.
There's none, I don't think.
So they get stopped by the cops, the beach cops.
Oh, yeah, beach cops.
When here comes Shoop rolling by, shirtless with his fanny
his
pack
roller
and visor on his skates.
Did he have a headphones
Yes,
on?
he
Did
had
have
the
a
fucking
Walkman?
the AM FM like where it was all in
with
the headphones.
Oh, with the antennae.
Uh-huh. And like his
And he
skates
had,
were
like,
Nike.
Nikes?
Yeah,
Well,
they
he
look
probably
comfy.
had like the skates attached to his.
The kind you clip onto your shoes.
Yeah, when you get a brand new pair of roller skates.
And he's like, "Oh no, officers, they were just holding
That's
my
fine.
alcohol for me."
Right.
And they're like, "Okay, well they can go."
Yeah, but you
Are under arrest.
under arrest.
And they straight roll him into the holding
Yes!
cell on his skates, like whoosh,
He goes past the gauntlet.
shirtless and all. They don't even let this man get a
Nope.
shirt.
Nope, because he lives right there, but they won't.
Yeah, they won't. I know it's like
They're
he's
gonna
right
take
there.
him in
Let
them
him grab a
skates.
shirt.
He couldn't take the skates off. Maybe they were Nike skates. I want them.
Right?
Nike Cortez skates.
They look comfy.
I'll have them.
If you were gonna be skating, you might as well in some fucking classic.
that'd be a
Nikes.
cute way to bust my ass,
right?
to paralyze myself.
Because that's
or
what will
whatever.
happen if we try to
I
skate.
know. I'll break a hip.
If you guys want to join Patreon at the $1,000 a month tier, we will try to roller skate.
No, I'm not crippling
like,
myself
no.
for this. I'm not dying for this.
Oh, because I would break a bone for sure.
No, I don't. No, thank you.
And he calls Robin to bail him out, but she's like on her way out with VP Gills, and the fucking answering machine comes on.
He's like, don't tell that bite,
Bite
in the ass Gills.
And Gills answers the phone. It's the bite in the ass.
Yep. We're on our way out, and
See
No.
ya. And Robin's like, no.
No,
we'll be
we'll be
right
there.
over. So she goes to bail him out, and he's made a friend. He now has a safety pin pierced
got
through his ear.
He comes out with an earring. What side was that on?
Left.
Was that right?
I don't remember which
don't
one was the
remember.
one back in the day.
I don't
Because now
remember.
it's insignificant. But
Did he have a bandana?
oh, I feel like he did. But now am I
What
just
color
making
and
it
which
up?
side was it
Oh
hanging
fuck!
out of?
No, I'm just making it up. It's like that pipe hanging off my water heater.
What's its
It's a
code?
code. Mike,
for
I know
what?
you're listening to this.
Code for what?
Code for what? It's fucking building
Building
code
code.
standards.
You
Oh,
fucking deviant.
idiot. So they take off. They bail him out. He takes off on his skates back home, and Gills and her will presumably leave for their romantic weekend.
Right, he just skates off.
And then, so in the next scene, he's at this male strip club. And now, in
Right.
the version that you watched, is there any explanation
Nope.
whatsoever for why he went to a male strip club to begin with?
No.
Because there wasn't in mine. He was like trying to interview ladies as a playgirl. He's like, I'm a playgirl writer or something.
I don't know why I thought I missed something.
No. I never have understood what he was doing in the strip club to begin with.
Yeah,
but
there
it was
was
just
no-
so that he could discover
Yes.
that Sleepy Larry
has been stripping on the side.
been showing them nalgas to every middle-aged lady in
They
town.
love it.
Oh
when he
my
comes out in them little
God.
chaps.
And that lady reminds me so much. That whole scene reminds me of Mr. Mom
yeah.
when they take him to the strip club.
Yep.
And so he notices it's Larry as he goes off stage.
It reminds me of every single depiction of a male
strip
strip
club,
club
yeah.
Ever.
He's like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here?" So it changes the subject.
Yeah, but
never
really,
explains.
what
"But
are you doing
I
here? 'Cause
work
I
here.
wanna know.
I work
Yeah.
here. What are you doing here,
Yeah.
Mr. Shoop? And so maybe he was bi. We didn't explore that
he's
part of his life.
cruising.
That's all you got to know,
Those Hawaiian shirts.
right?
Those skates.
And he tells the kid, like, "You need an education," and the kid's like, "Look,
I'm making money.
if you knew when you were 17 what you know now," and he's
Right.
like, "Oh, all right."
Okay,
And he's like, "I
all
fucking
right.
hate that kid."
I know. He's like, don't tell them though, because he's 17.
And
but
they think he's 21. Woo. Wow. And then
Crimes.
he comes home and another crime occurs because he
Yes.
finds Pam waiting on his doorstep with all of her belongings.
Yep.
She's ready to call in her favor.
Oh yeah, it's time.
My brother and his wife had twins, and now they want to move. I'm losing the couch, so they're going to put one of their kids sleeping on the couch, and now she has no bed.
She's got to be sleeping on the floor.
And so her adult brother and his adult wife felt like it was appropriate to move her
to
in with
ask
her
her summer school
remedial
teacher.
English summer school teacher,
Sure.
who she just met 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
But she knows
to
he
house her.
surfs, so it's cool.
He's totally cool. And he's like, yeah, I have a small place.
There's
And she's
entirely
like,
too many people.
and
in
my
this
couch
house.
is burned up. And he's
Well,
like,
they look like
I'll sleep on the
surfers
floor.
too, so they like live probably by the beach in one of those tiny little beach houses.
Little bungalow.
A bungalow.
And so he agrees because he a sucker. And
Yeah, like-
he's like, it's only temporary. To
Right,
find
like,
a new
once
place.
you gotta
How's
find
a
another-
17-year-old finding a new place? Ask where her fucking
With
parents are.
whom? Right?
Call somebody.
Do a little
I have a
digging.
homeless 17-year-old
Right.
trying to camp out on my floor.
I mean, I know it's summertime.
I would have asked a question. Can I speak to your brother?
Right. He just waves
Where are
at
your
him.
mom and dad?
Well, because the one you saw, you said didn't have.
Yeah, they
the-
didn't even show him like
family.
waving. Yeah.
Yeah, like they have the show. They show this entire blonde family. Are they Swedish?
The beach people.
They're beach people. Swedish beach people?
I don't know.
They look like they look
Last
like they
name is
didn't
House.
speak any English. They're like, okay,
Oh, okay. Is it okay?
Yeah.
She stay here
yeah.
with you?
Yeah. So that was weird.
And then it's time for the showing of Texas Chainsaw Massacre in class on the old school projector.
Yes, I would have loved it.
And of course, Vice Principal Gills comes in while they're doing this, and he doesn't even care at this
No,
point. He's
but
just
it's
like,
it's a tool safety.
it's a power tool safety film. And he's like,
Obviously.
I don't fucking care.
Or
You have a
whatever, I don't give
delivery.
shit.
And he
Well,
comes in
before
with
this.
the
Isn't it before where Shoop shows the letter, Denise's letter to
oh yeah.
Robin?
At some point, we had seen. Oh no! It's right here.
Oh, okay.
It's right here. It's coming up. So he gets the box, and it's a
What's
box.
in the
of,
box?
It's a box of cool dude sunglasses.
Oh, he's like,
for
oh, hey.
Chainsaw.
Hey, you guys, check it out. They came through, they read your letter, and you got a response.
And some of these glasses,
One of the pair, I believe the one that Kevin puts on, is Mannequin's glasses. Come on
Hollywood.
now. Hollywood's glasses from Mannequin in the same year.
So he passes out all these sunglasses to everyone, and that's when Denise asks Ikian, "Can you give me some help with my
Right.
letter?" And he sees it and is like, "Oh," and takes it to Shoop, like,
Yeah, keep it on the down low.
And then
'cause she
Shoop
doesn't want
takes
me
it to
know.
Robin, and Robin's
Who's
like,
she's like,
she's dyslexic.
and it's serious. Like, you got to get it.
and this
looked
is
at.
where it seems like he starts to finally care because he's like, "How does this happen?
Right.
Like, how did she get this far and it's not
Right.
anywhere in her file that she's dyslexic?" And
Yeah,
she's
he's like, that
"It
wasn't in
just
the file.
happens."
She's like,
Yeah.
well, she's slipped through all the cracks.
And he tries to ask Robin out again, and she's like, "I'm having dinner with Gills."
Gills.
Isn't he a bite in the ass?
No.
He happens to be very articulate,
Very
cultured,
Yeah.
extraordinarily tidy.
tight ass.
All the things you want in a lover. Tall,
yes.
dark, and tidy. A magic combination, he says.
hot.
And he's like, "Well, tell me you love him, and I'll stop asking you out." And she's like, "Well, it's new. I
Right.
don't."
It's still new. That's not fair that you would ask me that. It's still a new relationship.
And he's like, "You need an intelligent, sensitive man who can skate." She's like, "Yeah, keep your eye out for one for me."
Yeah. While you're out there.
And then it's Denise and Chainsaw's driving test day,
Right.
which I don't know where Denise got a car. That's her parents' car or something.
Yeah, because she was driving it in the beginning where she was crashing that shit all over
That's
town
right.
too. In fact, the door's all dinged up
Okay, that makes
on the
sense.
side. And
Chainsaw's dad didn't show up.
He's really irresponsible.
So he needs Shoop's classic ride.
And like he saw what Denise, I guess because he saw what Denise did to it.
I don't know.
That he would, because he let her drive the car. Like,
Well, I guess, yeah, that's why he had second thoughts where he's like, really?
it was
like,
probably a good move for him to be suspicious because.
Chainsaw probably smelled like alcohol also during his driving
Well,
test.
doesn't he say that he's been sober?
You're
He'd
right.
stayed
At some
sober for
point,
this?
yeah,
He's
he
like,
had
I
stayed
haven't had
sober.
a drink in like 2 days.
And so not Pam, Denise miraculously,
She passes.
she fucking smoothly parallel parks
Yes,
this
she
time
just
in
like,
one
"Brrr."
move. And Chainsaw,
that
meanwhile.
land yacht too.
Yeah, that was
The
even bigger car.
USS Titty Biscuits docking.
Ahoy.
Docking.
And Chainsaw, though, hits this dip going hard and
Yeah, he
fucking
puts
causes
his
an
arm up
accident.
around. Like, why
Yeah.
aren't both of your hands on the steering
Good
wheel? He's like, it's for the
practice.
babes. I gotta practice. And yeah, he hits the dip.
And he's such a dick. He just comes walking up to Shoop with his bumper, like,
Here you go.
here you go.
Whatever. Your car's fucked up down there.
Oh, this fucking little shit.
This
I always
little
loved
shit.
Chainsaw and Dave, but watching this as a grown adult, I'm
Oh,
like, you little
fuck
fucking
them.
shits. Yeah, you're funny, but you better fucking
Not that
knock
fucking
that
funny.
shit off. You better
You're
show
not
some
that fucking funny.
respect. Some respect, pa.
You show me some respect.
And so now
Back at the
he
beach
tells,
house.
well, first he tells Denise, Shoop tells Denise, like, hey,
Oh.
you got dyslexia. You need to get some help. And she's like,
Well,
no.
she tells him that she passed. Like,
the
he's
pass
all
the test.
excited for her. And then he tells her, like, you know, this is what you could do for me.
She's like, I'm doing fine. He's like, but you could be
But
doing
you could
better.
be doing better. You're doing good. But you just need to learn how to process it in a new way. And it'll be easier for you.
And it's true.
Yeah.
So he gets home and Pam is cooking dinner.
She's playing
manicotti.
wifey.
Yes, she is. She's got the manicotti and the salad and the
She
whatever.
got the fish mitt.
And
She wants
Robin
to show
pops
him her
by.
Fish mitt.
And Robin pops by like, am I interrupting something?
She's like, this is none of my business. Ma'am,
It is your business.
you
You're
are
an
a
adult.
mandated reporter.
Yes, you are. And this is a minor. You
This
better
is
call
an unlikely-
CPS.
You better call somebody.
You better call Tyrone.
You better call Tyrone.
Pam's dad's name is Tyrone. You better call
Yep.
him.
Call him.
Tell her come home. Okay.
Yeah.
And Pam gets all snotty, like, I didn't make enough for 3. You need to let me know if you're having. Young lady.
Ma'am.
Young lady.
Miss.
Adults are speaking.
Young lady.
Mind your own. Go sit at the table with
You
your
need
French dressing.
Right? Have a glass of milk.
And she's like, oh, morning will be better. I'll make us French toast. And she's like, no, I'll see him at school. It's fine.
That's what I meant.
And he follows her out. It's like, come on, she just needed a place to stay. And
Right.
it's only been a
that-
couple
it's
days.
temporary
and she's like,
whatever. And like, he doesn't give any indication that he's like up to or trying any hanky panky with
no,
this kid.
no.
He's just like, and she,
He's a sucker.
right. It's a highly inappropriate situation,
Oh, yeah.
but he's a pushover. And she kind of thinks that, like, he doesn't think there's anything wrong with this. But she kind of thinks there's something sexual going on.
So he goes back in and tells Pam, look,
You gotta,
I'm going to use a surf metaphor on you
right.
so that you'll understand about better waves out there or whatever his thing
Right.
was. And then she gets her shit to get.
Get yo shit and get. That's how do you say that in surfer?
Oh, I don't know.
Make like a tree and get out of here.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Make like a tree and Beowulf.
And then he takes all the kids to court with him.
Yeah, he's like, we gotta go. We're going on another field trip on Monday. My arraignment. And Chainsaw, you're Dave. You're gonna want to be there. You don't want to miss this.
Where I went to jail for you guys. And Larry is
Dad?
suddenly awake
Yeah.
and has his assignment. And he's like,
yeah.
what the
He's
fuck?
like, oh wait, you got homework?
He's like, yeah, my
got
mom
fired. My
came to the
mom-
show.
She stuffed a $5 bill in my G-string before she knew what she was doing. My Aunt Edna.
Kissed me with tongue and ripped off my mask.
Exposed.
My mom made me put on her coat. So embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
And so they go to court, and the Shoop. Wow. All right.
Shoop.
He's the Shoop now.
The shirks, the shoe.
He tells the judge, look, I was just trying to keep these students out of trouble.
Right.
And Robin and Gills are there. Robin's there to like vouch for him.
Right. She like bursts into court.
You're out of order. But
Ma'am,
also
we've
correct.
already settled this.
You're fine. Case dismissed.
Yeah.
I see
Everybody
you were
gets
trying to
go.
like, you're a teacher, blah, blah, blah. And so the vice principal's outside talking some shit to Shoop about these
Shit to
kids are
Shoop.
losers and you are
Yeah.
too. And then Robin hears it.
Skirt.
And he's like, what about lunch? And she's like, tell you what, sweetheart, why don't you go ahead and order 2 lunches and eat them yourself? One for
both of
each
your
face.
faces. Ooh. Toot, toot.
And then they do the practice test for the big test in class, and it does not go well.
Nope. No, it doesn't. It's a montage. We got montage.
And Shoop's like, fine, drop out, be illiterate. I'm going to Hawaii and be tan. And he quits.
My couch was burned. My house was trashed. My car was crashed. I went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out. I'm done.
And I don't even know you fucking kids.
Right? Like, you know what? Nah.
You mean nothing to me.
You mean nothing to me.
I'm just trying to keep my goddamn job.
I'm just trying to get tenure.
So Gil starts
as a
assigning
gym teacher.
Yes. Gil comes in and tries to assign them a chapter, and then we get the whole humming, chainsaws humming.
Oh, yeah.
They all start humming. You can hum until your lips fall off. I could care less. People act like psychopaths tomorrow, and you'll be sorry.
Oh.
And they're like,
oh, that was a shalom.
Light bulb.
Throw the gauntlet, then.
So when he brings in the sub, who's from a grammar school, what was he thinking?
I know.
She's only ever taught elementary, and you bring her to this fucking class?
Well, because he doesn't fucking care. He just doesn't want to do it. So he's just going to make somebody fucking do it.
And Denise comes out screaming, covered with blood.
There's a massacre in there.
Don't go in there. Don't go in there. Is that your blood? No. So they open the door, and all of the children are forms of dead or dying.
There's like guts coming out and a hand.
One's
and like
hanged.
the tongue.
He slaps.
It's excellent
it
work.
pulls the tongue out and like slaps him in his own face with his
Anna
own tongue.
Maria is like strung up.
The
and, like,
ruler in the mouth.
Yes!
Rhonda has like her mouth is all stretched out with a ruler.
Excellent work.
There's so much happening in the
It's
scene.
Rick Baker.
And Chainsaw and Dave come running in with their chainsaws. And the VP's like, fucking knock it the fuck off. Like, I'm sick of this shit.
Stop that.
Get up. And there's the mullet kid. So then you see the mullet kid again, just like
Right,
he
like,
just showed up. He must
he
be
was just
friends
there
with
and
Chainsaw
gone.
and Dave.
I guess he must have.
They
He's
called him
just-
for help.
They
Come on,
called
we need
him
help
for
with
help.
this. And they're like, look, we want Shoop back. Because if
Right.
not, we got more shenanigans
Right.
coming.
We could do twice as bad tomorrow.
And Shoop is out there eating dryers out of the carton on the beach. Oh, it's got sand. You're going to get sand in your ice cream.
Ice cream. And he's napping. And like,
He throws Bob too far out in the ocean and
Yep,
loses him.
he
Wonder
gets
Mutt's all
lost.
sad.
and the kids find him with still.
Covered in gore.
Yeah.
Tough day at school?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been torturing Gills.
Right.
You can say you can have your job back. And he's like, why would I want
my job back?
We can't do it without. And this is where Chainsaw's like, I've been sober for 2 days.
Oh, that's when he says it.
Reality is so unreal, but it's a nice change. And Pam's like, oh, by the way, you were a phase. I've outgrown you. But we can be friends if you can
Okay.
handle it.
Okay.
Wow, Pam.
All right, Pam.
Wow, Pam.
You living in a fantasy world, girl.
He had no interest in you at any
None.
point in time.
There was no indication.
He trying to get some Scientology booty. He don't care about you.
She's with C Nude.
And Denise is getting reading help. They're all going to do extra
what do they
work.
call that thing? What do they call those things that you have and you like have to get
The
rid
auditing?
of them?
Oh, no.
But what do you get rid of in the auditing? What do they call them?
I can't remember. I don't know enough about Scientology.
Well, I don't know if she got rid of them all. Did she get rid of them all?
I don't know. Did she pay enough money
She,
to
yeah,
be clear?
I'm like,
To go clear?
right. Thetans.
Thetans.
Oh,
Was
it
she
just
clear
took
of the
me a minute.
Thetans?
That's it.
So, and then when Rhonda's like, please, and she has that ruler
I know,
all
she-
stretched out in her mouth, please come back. And he's like, how can I say no to these cute little faces?
Oh,
So then
now we
we-
gotta hit the books.
Studying montage.
Yep. They're
And-
studying night and day and on the weekends.
And he's like, didn't do so hot on that practice test. Go home and get a good night's
Right?
sleep.
He's like, whatever. Tomorrow's the big day. There's nothing more you could do.
We're going.
Yep, it's happening. Wondermutt is still
He tries to make him a new bob head, and he's
It's
like,
not-
no,
yeah.
not the same. Doesn't smell like my slobber.
nope. Chainsaw has a stress dream.
Oh, what was
I
the
don't know
stress dream?
anything. I don't know anything. Like he gets up in the morning and like goes down for breakfast with his family.
Oh, I think that was cut
not
out
in
of
there?
mine. I think that was cut out of mine.
He goes down for breakfast in the morning and like they're like, what do you want for, or she goes, his mom's like, how do you want your eggs, like fried or scrambled? He's like, I don't know.
Okay, I remember that scene now, but yeah, it was cut out
And
of
he's
this
like, I don't know. Like they keep asking him questions. Like, I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wakes up. And what's the other thing? Oh, Jerome shows up.
Yeah, and he's like, where
He
you
brings
been for
back the
6
bathroom
weeks? And he's like,
pass.
zipper got stuck.
Yeah.
Like, really?
I was in the bathroom. And I kept saying, like, he's like, you're in the bathroom for 6 weeks. And this is where I have the note. Oh, but like Rhonda said she was 5 weeks out and it's been 6 weeks. I'm like, oh.
She do.
I know. I think I'm like due or something.
Mm-hmm. So the test starts. They got security. Gills got security watching to make sure they don't cheat.
No funny business.
And before it starts, Chainsaw lets out a scream.
Ah!
Tension breaker. Had to be done.
Yep.
Pam in her Stussy shirt. I have a note.
Mm-hmm.
Clocking that Stussy.
I know. She had another one. The other shirt she had on when she was at the party. That teal and whatever.
Was it also
like
a Stussy one or OP?
It might have been, but I just saw the corner of it. It was like a button down shirt. It was a pattern. Like, I don't know exactly, but it was something like that.
Okay. Larry puts on his Nana spectacles.
Yes.
To take the test.
He needs them to see.
And Rhonda goes into labor.
Right, but
she's like
contractions are,
timing
12
contractions
minutes
while
apart.
she's taking the test.
Right. She tells Kevin.
And he's like, try to slow it down.
And
She
like,
just looks at him like,
okay,
bitch.
I'm okay.
And then at the end of the test, Dave frantically filling in C's. That's me. C.
Jerome has been done.
Yeah, Jerome's just sitting
The
there like,
computer
come
probably
on.
really did fuck it up.
Yeah,
at
because
the
he
end,
did
like,
well.
Yeah,
he did well.
Yeah, so
Rhonda gets excused
can we
to
be
be in labor.
excused?
And Chainsaw's like, save the umbilical cord.
Right, and the afterbirth,
If it's convenient.
Gross.
And so then sometime later, we don't know when, they're all
Right.
hanging out at Shoop's house, which Shoop wasn't even home. He like rolls up
I know,
outside the
like,
patio.
they're just sitting on his patio. I mean, I guess it's open.
Yeah, they could have just
You could
hopped
just
over the
hop
little
over
thing.
and whatever.
And they're asking Rhonda about the baby.
Oh yeah, like when do we get to meet the baby? She was like, "Oh, I gave it up for adoption.
I'm not ready to be a mom. Good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
And Shoop shows up, like Gil says he'll mail the scores, but the
Right.
average grade was below passing.
Right. He's like, we failed, and he's like, no, I failed.
Yeah, I failed you.
Right, but at the school, the parents are here.
Because, the principal's reviewing Gil's narc sheet where he
Yeah.
has fucking listed every infraction that has happened over the summer.
Fucking asshole.
And then the kids and the parents
real
are there
bite in the
waiting.
ass.
He sure is. And Chainsaw's dad is the spokesman for the parents, randomly.
I know. He was like, this fucking kid.
He goes, 6 weeks ago, I thought he had the IQ of a salad bar.
Yeah, that's right.
His only interest in life was to make people sick.
Uh,
I can imagine the feeling when I saw him studying. I almost burst into tears. And so they all give their stories about
right.
why they like Shoop, and then they start looking at the scores, and like they all did better. So
Right,
a
it
bunch
was
of them
like
didn't pass.
A huge improvement.
They
though,
increased
from where they started.
125% or something, the
Right.
principal says
And
overall.
I guess, what is it? Dave passes or whatever. They both.
But not Chainsaw, and
Yeah,
he's
and
like,
he was
how could
like,
you
"How
do
could
this
you
to
do
me?
that?"
I'm sorry, I'll try again.
Or
I
that,
can
like,
fail, I know
his
it.
Mom is like, he was doing his homework too. He's like, it figures they share a brain.
Us.
I know.
It's us. And so Gills tries to interrupt, talk more shit, and the principal's
He's
like,
like,
no.
up.
125% increase, that's teaching.
That's teaching. You get tenure.
Granting you tenure.
I'm
And they all
doing it.
celebrate.
Oh, yay. But they all fail. They all have to.
All but like 2 or 3 of them still
Right.
have to take the test again.
Yeah.
And now Wonder Mud is waiting sadly on the beach.
I know. He's mourning Bob.
And Shoop asks Robin one last time to have dinner with him, and she says, I'll think about it.
I'll think about it.
Can I use your lip stuff?
Yeah, he hands her the chapstick.
And
she's-
no,
and
no,
this
no.
was also familiar.
This is a thing that we did.
Yeah.
That
why.
That was a thing. There was 2 things. There was either, can I use your chapstick? And then it was
Chips
like, yep, your chip tips. Can I use your chip tips? And you were like, no, not like
No,
that.
not like that.
Or can I have some gum?
Yep. Not like that.
This is my last piece.
It's disgusting.
Okay, I'll take it.
It's
Fucking gross.
They put the chapstick thing in because that really happened to Mark Harmon while he was waiting for his car at the ballet once.
Oh, the
Oh.
chapstick thing really happened
Oh,
to Mark
really?
Harmon?
The
That's
gum
way to
thing
go.
really
That's the
happened
way
to
to
me.
go.
It's fucking gross.
So they kiss, and he lays her down in the sand, and the water's what... They're fully dressed. Like, you're going to be covered in fucking salt water and sand.
eternity.
Yes. Does this mean we can have dinner tonight? I didn't say that.
We'll talk about it over breakfast.
Bow, bow. And then
We're
here
gonna
comes
do
Bob.
sand sex.
Bob washing up on the beach, and
Oh,
Wonder Mud is
yay.
ecstatic and tries to make it a 3-way makeout session. It's like all
I
licking
know,
their
it's like,
mouths while they kiss.
Oh, come on. I
Enough.
already got sand in my crack.
Right?
Now this.
Ugh.
I want to go home.
And that is summer school. You have graduated summer school.
I don't know. How does the song go? I
don't know.
It was like Zydeco.
Oh my God. And I don't know what this movie doomed me
It
to.
didn't. Not at all.
Not
I went to
go
summer
to summer
school,
school,
a
but she
bunch
went
of
to summer
times.
school, but she didn't watch it. So maybe this is why I avoided it. But why?
had a
It looked
good time.
fun. Why would I have avoided
I
it?
had
I
fun.
should have been like, I want to go to summer school. Give me the teacher with the visor.
I went to summer school with the gym teacher. No, it wasn't a gym teacher.
So we have one voicemail this week.
Ooh.
You guys don't forget to call us 702-720-DOOM.
Don't forget to call us.
And let's see if I'm any better at this than I was last week.
Nope.
I've listened to oceans of podcasts to find yours, and it's awesome. This is Tim. I listened to 100 of your episodes already, and they're all great. It feels like we're hanging out. That's why it's fun to listen to. It's like we're hanging out and watching movies that I would watch anyway. It's great. Happy super belated 100th episode. That's really impressive. Super proud of y'all, and looking forward to 101.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
So again, if you want to hear yourself on our show, send us a voicemail.
Yeah.
702-720-3666.
And please continue to hang out with us.
Yes, watch movies with us.
Watch movies with us. Hang with us.
And until next week,
Talk to you next time.
later Doomers.